This may be the city's smallest cemetery, but the men buried here made the ultimate sacrifice, one Louis DeMarco promises to never forget. The retired police officer is on a mission to decorate the graves of soldiers this Christmas, whether they died in the Revolution or in Iraq. Currents News' Jessica Easthope joined him early this morning at a cemetery more than 200 years old. Hi, Jess.
Christine, the name of that tiny plot in Bay Ridge is Barkaloo Cemetery, and there's only a couple of people buried there. The truth is, most people today probably don't even know it is there. But that's not the case for Louis DeMarco. It was hundreds of years ago. Those men died for his freedom. And he says this Christmas, he's repaying them with wreaths across America.
God bless you. Thank you for your service, and Merry Christmas.
This isn't a member of Louis DeMarco's family. It's not a friend or a colleague. He didn't know them, but today he mourns them. Louis is a retired NYPD officer. He's been participating in wreaths across America for the last 4 years. Every holiday season, as thousands of wreath-laying ceremonies take place all over the country to honor members of the armed services killed in action, Louis is here at Barkaloo Cemetery in Bay Ridge, where just 2 people are buried. Soldiers who died in the Revolutionary War.
If it wasn't for what they gave, their lives, we wouldn't be talking here. We wouldn't have the ability to do what we do. This country would have been a whole different story.
He says Barkaloo Cemetery wasn't even on his radar until he was told about it by a fellow officer. But for him, laying wreaths at the graves of service members, whether they died 2 months ago or 200 years ago, is deeply personal. This year, Louis and his friends, also retired members of the NYPD, are laying more than 200 wreaths in cemeteries across New York.
Sergeant Company H.
The tributes bring back memories of Louis's life of service. He was shot on the job in 1978.
I love being a cop. I love being in the city. It's very difficult for me to talk about. I miss you, pal.
And from Barkaloo to Greenwood Cemetery, this grave belongs to a soldier who died in the Civil War. His place of rest most likely hasn't been visited in decades, until now. Dave Brooks and Gary Dugan say their mission this Christmas is to remember the heroic actions of someone hundreds of years ago has caused a ripple that affects life today.
It's a sense of pride to do this and to let people know that these heroes are not forgotten.
Life goes on afterwards, and I think they're rewarded in heaven. And I think they're examples for us to follow.
The 2 cemeteries Louis visited today couldn't have been more different. Barkaloo is a small family plot with just those 2 men who fought in the Battle of Brooklyn. Meanwhile, Christine, Greenwood is one of the state's biggest cemeteries, 478 acres of graves.
Wow. So, Jess, how does Louis find the graves of the fallen soldiers, especially in a cemetery like that?
Right, so Louis has a list that he works off of. He takes private donations. That's how he pays for the wreaths. And oftentimes he knows someone who was related to or knew a service member, and they'll ask him to lay a wreath at their loved one's grave for Christmas. And you know, it definitely is a labor of love, though, watching him and Gary and Dave navigate a cemetery as big as Greenwood with just the map and just the name of the veteran. It's definitely not an easy job.
Wow, amazing story. Thanks so much, Jess. You too can help honor veterans this holiday season. Just go to wreathsacrossamerica.org/get-involved. There you can donate a wreath to honor a fallen hero. Hi, I'm Christine Persichetti, anchor of Currents News. If you like what you saw, please hit the like button on this video. And if you want to see more content just like it, subscribe and click on the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching, because we are putting your faith in the news.